The Warriors are moving to a new arena in San Francisco next season, so Wednesday could have been their last game in Oakland. Could have been.
Yeah, they entered the game tied at 2 games apiece with the Rockets. Home court's been big in this series with each team winning close games at home, but it all changed dramatically late in the third quarter. We'll get to that. James Harden, still with that red eye from getting smacked earlier in the series. Warriors leading by 3 in the second quarter. Kevin Durant still with a dead eye, knocking down the 3, and that would start a run for the Warriors. 7-0 run now. Steph Curry. That's his first bucket of the game. 10-0 run for the Warriors, puts them up by 13. Next possession for the Rockets, Harden. Clank, clank, Durant with a rebound, and look at the outlet pass to Curry, who's up ahead and able to finish. And he got fouled by Austin Rivers. Their Warriors on a 12-0 run now, and Durant digging it. Curry would miss the free throw. Next possession for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala draws and finds Durant wide open in the corner. 17-0 run for the Warriors in the second. They led by 14 at the half. Third quarter, James Harden trying to bring his team back. Step back 3. Got it. Harden able to finish with Draymond Green on him. Rockets open the third quarter on a 22-9 run. They cut the lead to 4. And then here's the moment we're talking about. Durant shoots it, but pulls up, grabs his leg, and has some discomfort getting to the sideline. The Warriors say right calf strain. He's headed for an MRI on Thursday. Steve Kerr says it's unlikely that he's going to play on Friday, Game 6 in Houston. And you could see the look of concern from the fans there, from the coaching staff. Fourth quarter now, Warriors trailing by 2. They're going to need the nucleus from their championship run from 4 years ago before Durant got there. Steph Curry led the way then, and Steph Curry's leading the way here. He scored or assisted on 16 of the Warriors' 21 points to this point since Durant left. Still in the fourth, Rockets trailing by 3. Draymond Green draws the offensive foul on Chris Paul, but then getting up, gives Chris Paul a little leg action there, and he gets called for the technical foul. Harden would make the technical free throw. Next time down the floor, though, for the Warriors, up by 2, Green. And that got the people up at Oracle and got Green all pumped up. Warriors up by 5 now. Later, still a 5-point game. Curry misses. Kevon Looney grabs the offensive rebound, kicks it out. Klay Thompson, 8-point lead for Golden State. Huge shot from Thompson to keep the lead. Here's Steve Kerr after the game.
I apologize to my mom, who is probably watching, but our guys are giants. Like, that was an unbelievable victory tonight.
Language, coach, language. Harden, not a giant for the Rockets. Hadn't taken a shot since 8:58 left in the fourth quarter. Drives in and gets a layup there. He finished with 31 points. Warriors trying to put it away. This was just a scramble for the ball here. Eric Gordon nearly had it. Looney winds up with it, and then Thompson does as well. But take a look at Thompson. Falls out of bounds. Looked like his foot came down before he got rid of the ball, but they didn't make the call, so doesn't matter in the end. All that matters is Thompson able to convert. He had 27. Warriors win it 104-99.
Next man up. If we need to have to take off a game, we will, because we need him help. We plan on playing for a long time, so we desperately need him if we want to win a championship. But we can win one game without him. I have confidence in this.
Disappointed for him. Excited about the win, but concerned for Kevin and disappointed for him. He's been on this incredible playoff run, and I'm proud of our guys for pulling the game out. And we'll see how Kevin's doing tomorrow.
We had opportunities. Let me see. Rebounding. We actually was right there in the rebounds. You know what I mean, but. We got to be better, you know what I mean, offensively, defensively, especially myself. Turnovers, and we didn't get stops when we needed to, so tough loss.
James, you've obviously carried the load offensively all year long. You checked back in with a little over 7 minutes left and only took 1 shot the rest of the way. Why weren't you more involved down the stretch offensively?
I don't know. I gotta go back and look at the game, but whether it's other guys are getting shots, open looks, trying to make the right plays in certain parts of the game. I'm not sure.
After Durant went down with that right calf strain, the Warriors still outscored the Rockets 36-32 while shooting 58% from the field. Curry had 16 points once Durant went down.
Let's go out to Oakland. Michael Wilbon there. And Michael, you've seen a lot of dramatic Game 5s. Where's this one rank?
Oh, it's way, way, way up there. Certainly single digits and near the top. I'm old enough to have been sitting there for Bird steals the ball over to DJ and he lays it in on the old Boston Garden, and Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller both in Madison Square Garden. And while this one didn't have one dramatic moment, well, the dramatic moment did involve, of course, Kevin Durant limping off the court. It involved quiet here for the first couple of minutes until they realized, hey, the Warriors still have that core four. They still got Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre, and they carried them through this. And so now we've got just a litany of questions, starting with Kevin Durant. How injured is he? What is the possibility of him even coming back this postseason? It wouldn't seem to be great, but we'll find out more, of course, tomorrow and in the subsequent days. And then Game 6, are we looking at some enormous blowout? What happened to Harden and Chris Paul down the stretch in those last 10 minutes where Kevin Durant's not on the floor and they couldn't take advantage of the Warriors the way the Warriors took advantage of the Rockets last year when CP3 was out? And then, what about Game 6? What's going to happen there? And we presume, I'm sure the Golden State Warriors are not joining us in this presumption, but I think everybody looking on presumes there's going to be a Game 7 right here Sunday afternoon.
What was the mood before this game, Michael? Because this could have been the last game at Oracle, depending on how this game went, especially if Houston won it. What was the mood before compared to the mood afterwards?
There was great trepidation before. But remember, the Warriors got off to that hot start. Houston was pulling up pretty close on Golden State when Durant went down. And so you had the combination of the lead dwindling, Durant going down, not knowing how seriously injured he was, not knowing whether the Warriors with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry still struggling. Remember, Steph had another horrible first half, and he got going and had a great third quarter. And the two of them looked like they had a flashback to 2015 when they didn't even have Kevin Durant and won. But for a while there, great nervousness in the building that this would be potentially the last game ever at Oracle.
Michael Wilbon, our show's better when you're on it.
Klay Thompson with 27 and the biggest bucket of the game. Draymond Green 2 points shy of a triple-double. Let's listen in. They're at the podium now. In Oakland.
Players just deflating, but we got a lot of competitors on this team who play a great heart, and guys stepped up. Steph came alive. Kevon Looney, can't say enough about his performance. 5 offensive rebounds, that's just heart right there. And it was a great thing.
Who's next? Clay, Jeff Ferrato, Bay Area News Group, right in the middle. You mentioned Steph. He's been scuffling a little bit with the shot, but in the fourth quarter, seems like he was in the middle of everything and helping you guys get things turned around. Can you talk about his performance and whether you're ever surprised by what he does, even when he's not having a great night?
Nope. I mean, we trust the man. I think everyone in the world trusts him with the ball in his hands. His track record has proven it, that he's going to come up in the clutch. And you just saw how savvy he is with that rebound he had. Missed a floater long, but stuck in the paint. Got 2 huge free throws from it. And that's just the kind of competitor he is. He'll do anything to win.
Fifth row, left-hand side.
Nate Duncan, Dunked On Podcast. What do y'all remember from that crazy sequence that ended with that layup with about 4 seconds to go?
I remember falling out of bounds. Might have been pushed, but it's whatever. I just wanted to give it up. I saw Loon come to the corner. I was trying to get it right back, and Sean made a great play on the ball, just hustle, and had an easy layup on the rim, so might as well take it.
I remember my heart dropping. This mic don't work. Do y'all hear me? Yeah. I couldn't believe this man took that layup. That's what I was thinking. What you made it do.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Front row, right-hand side.
Jason Dumas, Cron 4 Sports. From, I guess, the fans' point of view, when KD went out and limped to the locker room, it was like, the air got let out the building. When that happens as players, How hard is it to stay focused when you see, one of your best players limp out and obviously a friend and a teammate during that situation? And either of you can answer that.
I think, the reason that you kind of lose your momentum as a team, and we didn't really have any momentum, but you're more so just worried about your teammate, the injury, and I mean, that looked like it was way worse than the calf strain. And so you're just kind of worried about that, and that kind of takes over your mind. But I think we did a great job of kind of fighting through that and doing whatever we needed to do to put ourselves in position to win the game.
Let's bring in Marc Spears now, senior NBA writer for The Undefeated. Marc, you've been around the Warriors for a long time. It must have felt like throwback night there back to the 14-15 season when Durant went down. How were they able to flip that switch and find shots for the guys they needed to find shots for, adjusting their offense?
Well, Quinn Cook said, hey, even with Kevin Durant out, they still got 3 future Hall of Famers in their locker room. And those guys that have done it in the past have tested and been in the last 4 finals. They showed up and got through it. And, this old building that it potentially could have been the last game here, they stood up for them as well. But the Warriors really showed some grit, showed some heart. And also guys like DeMarcus Cousins was really pushing them off the bench, keeping their mind in it. Draymond was getting them focused. And they fought and got the win and, kept this building alive.
All right, so now the concern is Durant's availability. What can you tell us about that moving forward?
Yeah, Durant seemed in good spirits after the game. Snuck out a back door. That's okay. But tomorrow morning he has an MRI, and the GM, Bob Myers, said, look, they're holding their breath to see what kind of grade it is. He walked gingerly to the training room after getting summoned by a doctor, but he wasn't on crutches. He walked out on their own power. So, tomorrow we'll see. But talking to Draymond, he told me he'd be shocked if Kevin played in Game 6.
All right, Game 6 coming up on Friday in Houston. Marc, we appreciate the time, my man.
All right, Stan.